The next few songs that I do are going to be among the hardest. I did the song that I dedicated to my dad, but I'd like to dedicate this one to my mom. In this song, Justin is speaking to his mother. He's reaching out for her, but also acknowledging the pain that his addiction is causing her. And I'd just like to let my mom know that it's not intentional, never was. Addiction is a lonely road and hard to handle sometimes. When we push away the people that matter, we hurt the people that care. So, this one's for you to let you know that I understand. And I apologize. This is Blue October, Hate Me, 10th anniversary.
Hey, Joe, this is your mother. It is 2:33 on Monday afternoon. I was just calling to see how you were doing. You sounded really uptight last night. It made me a little nervous, well, it made me nervous, but it sounded like you were nervous too. So I just want to make sure you are really okay, and just wanted to see if you were checking in on your medication too. You know I love you, and I'm sorry. Take care, honey. I know you're under a lot of pressure. See ya. Bye-bye.
I have to block out thoughts of you so I don't lose my head. They're crawling like a cockroach, leaving babies in my bed, dropping little reels of tape to remind me that I'm alone, and playing movies in my head that make a porno feel like home. And there's a burning in my pride, a nervous bleeding in my brain.
The creature comforts of our addiction, the complacency that we fall into, and the struggles that we face on a daily basis are unique to every addict. Every story is different, and if you haven't been there, it's hard to explain. So trying to explain after a while, it's just easier to push people away that don't understand than try and explain it to them.
And on some pieces, all I want for you, will you never call again? And will you never say that you love me, just to put it in my face? And will you never try to reach me? It is I that want it. Hey!
See, when you call home and you're told that you're loved, it's not something you want to hear. You want that person to hate you to justify pushing them out of your life, because you know that having them in your life in any capacity while you're using is just hurting them. It's doing more harm than good. You want so badly to have those people there that care, but at the same time, you feel selfish because you're destroying yourself and they have to watch and they're helpless to do anything about it.
Me today. Come on, Texas. Hate me tomorrow. Hate me so you can finally see what's good.
On a side note, these guys are from Houston, Texas. When he says, hate me so you can finally see what's good for you, he's talking about the toxicity that comes with addiction and the toxicity that the people that care about you are having to see and deal with, and it's a no-win situation.
And I'm sober now for 3 whole months. It's one accomplishment that you helped me with.
9 months, coming up on the 14th this time. And the mentality and the difference behind this go round with recovery and being clean, head and shoulders above where I've been in a long time mentally.
The one thing that always tore us apart is the one thing I won't touch again. In my sick way I wanna thank you for holding my head up late at night. I was busy waging wars on myself. You were trying to stop the fight.
See, you don't have to literally be there holding someone's head up to support them or try to support them or be there to support them if you can't physically be there.
You never doubted my warped opinions on things like suicidal hate. You made me compliment myself when it was way too hard to take. And so I'll drive so fucking far away, I never cross your mind.
In my addiction, being suicidally depressed was a highlight because it meant that I was feeling something. And it was easier not to feel.
And do whatever it takes in your heart to leave me. Hate me today. Yeah. Hate me tomorrow. Hate me for all the things I didn't do.
Look, addiction, we let people down. We hurt people that we love. These are not our finest moments when we're in the depths and throes of our addiction. They're not the finest moments. We're not at our best. And as much as it hurts the people that we love to see us like that, it hurts us just as much for you to see us like that as well.
Hate me ways hard to swallow. Hate me so you can finally see what's good, baby. And with the sad heart, I say bye to you, my way.
You can hide your addiction, or try to, or pretend to, but you're not fooling anybody. You may think you are, and be honest, the people that love you may let you pretend so that you don't have to see them crying on the way home. Or hear about it later when they're recounting the times that they worried about you being in the hospital or dead because they couldn't get a hold of you. It's real.
I'm kicking shadows on the street for every mistake that I made. And like a baby boy, I never was a man. Till I saw your blue eyes cry, and I held your face in my hand. And then I found I knew make it go right.
A little bit to unpack there. When I was talking to my daughter when I came out here to Texas, about all the things that I'd missed in her life and her growing up, and the times that I'd let her down, times that she wished I had been there and I wasn't. I can look at her now and she knows that I'm clean. She knows that all the stupid shit from my past is done. But forgiveness is a process. It takes a while to forgive yourself. It takes a while to learn how to be, like he said, like as a baby boy, I never was a man. It was always somebody else's fault. There's a martyr complex, a victim complex that comes along with addictive behavior, justifications, and you run the gamut of emotions. But being a man is about taking responsibility for those actions and realizing that the decision-making process wasn't there. And it's not about beating yourself up for all the times that you let people down and failed people. It's about picking yourself back up and realizing that you're never going to be able to take those moments back. So live your life now for those people, for yourself. Matter to yourself. Mean something to yourself. So that when others look at you, they understand that whatever you may have been, you're not now.
And bring back a smile, make it shine like it used to be. That's when she whispered, how can you do this to me?
We're not doing it to you. We're not. We're doing it to ourselves. And unfortunately, the people that we hurt the most are the people that are around us, because we don't realize we're hurting anyone. Or if we do realize it, it's a distant memory. Because we're still in this infantile, childlike mentality, if you will. So anyone outside of our own needs, wants, and desires is secondary.
Hate me today, hate me tomorrow, hate me for all the things I didn't do for you. Hate me
thing I love about Blue October especially is how much passion and emotion Justin puts in to his lyrics. It's not just what he says or sings, it's how he sings it and the emotions that he evokes when he sings them. And the band, the emotion and passion that they put out in their instrumentation, very, very soulful is the word I'm looking for. And you got to remember, Blue October had their experiences with drugs and recovery, and a lot of bands, a lot of artists have been down this road as well, and that's what gives them the artistic ability to sing about the things they do, is because it comes from a place of sincerity that, if you haven't been there, does not ring true.
Hey, me, say you can finally see what's good. You are so beautiful.
Justin was asked how, after he went through his recovery, he could still sing about the things that he had been through, and with the same intensity. And he said, because I know there's people in my audience that need to hear this. I'm paraphrasing. And Justin, you were right. I did. So for all of you watching, all of you struggling, and all of you recovering, just know you're not alone. You're loved. You're cared for. Not alone.